everyone, welcome to another episode of the Renaissance Space podcast. Today is our World Book Day special episode, and I'm joined with a regular on the Renaissance website. I'm with Sharan, who is also well known as our Librarian Files blog writer. So it's a pleasure to have Sharan with us today. And Sharan is the librarian at Cardinal Wiseman School in Birmingham. So she's going to talk to us about how the school celebrates World Book Day, how the school celebrates reading in general, and how the school uses the complete literacy solution, which consists of Accelerated Reader, Star Reading, myON, and myON News, to also celebrate reading amongst the students at Cardinal Wiseman. So, without further ado, hello, Sharan. Do you want to say hello and tell us about who you are and what your role is at the school?
Hi, James. Thanks for inviting me. So my name's Sharan. I am school librarian for Cardinal Wiseman in a small secondary school in Birmingham. Our main school reading strategy is to encourage students to grow to love reading through a platform of encouraging them to read through their recommendation reading zone. So to do that, we're using Accelerated Reader. That's our sole school strategy between the ages for the key stage 3, years 7, 8, and 9. All of our students, we have a 25-minute reading slot a day, and we use that to, like it says on the tin, just read. The students will come to me for advice on Accelerated Reader, for book selections, book recommendations, advice on how they can meet their targets for that term. And teachers will come to me to say for support or for training and how we can monitor the class reading effectively. That is how we would normally model reading within the school. And we use the information from Accelerated Reader to celebrate reading. So we would do that at like half termly, or then if it's the end of a term, such a big deal, such as Easter or Christmas, we'll pick out our high achievers for a reward using the diagnostic report on Accelerated Reader. So we've trained students that we are looking for, not just who quizzes the most or who reads the most. We're looking for students that have worked towards their target, which is specific to them based on their ZPD, their book level. So students know that we're looking for like a good average accuracy, which is around 85. And we're looking for an engaged benchmark time of 20 minutes a day on the Accelerated Reader report. And students know that they get there by reading and quizzing in their ZPD. So that is generally how we pick out and celebrate reading. We celebrate all successes. So we celebrate if someone's got 100%, someone was previously struggling and is now found some books that they're successful at. We'll celebrate people that have met all of their targets, and that's making an effort to their target. We're not always celebrating the biggest, best, brightest readers, although we do make a song and dance for that as well, such as the Millionaires Club, readers over 1 million words. So we're using Accelerated Reader for physical books primarily to reward and celebrate reading. So the hope is by the time they reach year 9, at the end of their Accelerated Reader journey, they have developed a pathway to reading that they find enjoyable, and that will set them up for their academic reading during year 10 and 11. So moving on to how we incorporate that into World Book Day. So I might going to sound a little bit mean here when we say we don't see it as a dress-up day. I think that works really well in a primary school setting because it's enthusiastic, it's motivational, it's visual, it's very, very inspiring to move you on your reading and your reading journey. In a secondary school, I don't see the value that dressing up adds to reading on just one day of the year. So we're not incredibly mean. We'll have like a theme. So our last year's theme was Harry Potter, and we created some challenges surrounding in a Harry Potter theme that celebrated and tied into reading. It wasn't just Harry Potter. It was anything that celebrates and shines a light on or helps to foster a love of reading, authors, writing. So again, we'll be using Accelerated Reader to tie in to those challenges. So this year's theme, we've gone for Matilda. So we've kept some of the aspects that were really popular last year. So again, what we will do is we look at the diagnostic report for a set term or a set time frame. So for our particular time frame, we're using from the start of the year until February half term. The students that are on that report that have met an engaged time of over 20 and an accuracy of 85, they'll be selected for an award. What the children received last year was a little handmade letter. It looked like a Hogwarts mail, and it just said, "You've been selected as a reading ambassador." They handed that in at the library, and they collected a little token, and it was a pencil made into a wand. We can find like ideas for that, like on Pinterest, and that was their award. The students absolutely love that, so we've recycled that this year, so they'll still get their Hogwarts mail. So the theme can continue throughout the years. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to just only concentrate on a dress up day. So we've moved the focus from dressing up, and we've shifted it to celebrating authors, writing, reading. We've tied it in with Accelerated Reader, because we want it to be a school-wide initiative. It doesn't stop at Key Stage 3, so we only have the licenses for 7, 8 and 9 for Accelerated Reader. So we've got some challenges that are aimed at Year 10 and Year 11. Again, they can use our online version of Bank of Books on myON. We've got myON for limitless books. We've also got myON Use, which is coming really handy for our EAL students, so they can translate articles into Arabic, translate them back into English or any other language, Spanish or Mandarin. Then we'll be running a report to see who is essentially engaged with the most myON, either non-fiction articles or news articles. We've also got, again, to support it as a school-wide activity rather than just a Key Stage 3 activity. We've got a micro fiction competition where if they've been inspired by a story, they can write a short 500-word story, have it entered. It'll be judged by a VIP critic, so maybe like a headmaster or like the assistant head who's also an English teacher. And again, they'll be put forward for an award. There's another one where we're hiding pictures of authors around the school. The job isn't just to find the author and write down the name. They have to go and then research a title of that author and bring in their entry sheets. And again, just exposing into a world of authors. There's another one this year that the students particularly love. Last year we hit a chocolate with some wings attached to make it look like a golden snitch, and the children absolutely loved it. But again, it's just a chocolate bar, so we've remodeled it in how we can enforce that and tie it into a love of reading. We've got these capsules, and we've hidden a clue inside, a book clue. So even if they've never heard of that story, never read that title, their job is to go, find the stitch and research the answer to that question, and then they will again win some prizes. So we've got lots of challenges set up throughout the day. None of them involve dressing up, but all of them involve sharing their passion for reading, exposing them to authors, non-fiction, creative writing, which I think is great for our school. It's our strategy to encourage a love for reading and a love for reading for all. So that's how we plan to celebrate World Book Day.
Thanks so much for listening to the Celebrating World Book Day in a Secondary Setting special episode of the Renaissance Space podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please do remember to give it a like, share or comment on whatever platform you're listening to the podcast episode on. Also, if you want to sign up for more episodes of the Renaissance Space podcast, you can find us on our website, that's renlearn.co.uk, or follow us on social media and let us know if you enjoyed the episode. Our handle is @renlearnuk, and you can find us on Twitter, LinkedIn or Facebook. Thanks so much, and we look forward to seeing you again on the Renaissance Space podcast.
If you enjoyed this episode of the Renaissance Space podcast, please check out the Education Joining the Dots podcast from our colleagues at GL Assessment. Thank you.